All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. Bills with a 31-21 win over the rival Miami Dolphins. Here's how it went down. We go to Highmark Stadium in another primetime game on a Thursday night, and the Dolphins grabbed the early lead, but Josh Allen with a nice pass to Dalton Kincaid, and for the score, 7-7 game. Go to the third. Here come the Bills again. James Cook, 2-yard finish. Bills back in front. Khalil Shakir doing what Khalil Shakir does, into the end zone for the score. Down the stretch, Dolphins threatening again. We were waiting all night for it. Tua with the pick, Terrell Bernard for the interception. And again, the Bills hang on for the 31-21 win. James Cook.
What your body feels like after 2 NFL games in 4 days?
I'm great.
All right. Time now for the Buffalo Stock Exchange. We bring in our Jackson Wang to take a look at who's up and who's down.
How about Jackson Hawes, the rookie tight end, snatching his first career touchdown tonight? Just one grab for 5 yards, but a lot of the important work that he does won't appear under his stats. As Andy Young highlighted this week, the young man does a lot of the dirty work. Key blocks and seals to opening up running lanes for guys like James Cook tonight. Moving over to the defense, how about Terrell Bernard? A crucial fumble recovery in week 1 in the win over the Ravens. Now a big interception tonight on Tua when it looked like the Dolphins were just going to march down the field and tie up the game. So he makes a big time play. All right, now let's move over to the bad. The Bills defense, particularly on third down, just could not get Tua and the Dolphins offense off the field tonight, on top of a lot of missed tackles that kept Miami in this fight until almost till the very, very end. But you can make excuses all you want for them. Short week, maybe the Dolphins finally figured out and starting to get going. But right now, this defense, not quite a championship caliber defense. That's the bad news. The good news is it's only week 3. A lot of time ahead, Kevin, to figure it all out.
All right, thanks, Jackson. And the good news is, too, a Buffalo Bills win. What do you think my first question to you is going to be?
Boy, defense?
No, Jackson Hawes. Once again, you have a sit down with someone before a game. You got me, Andy.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I did have a sit-down interview with Jackson Hawes that aired last night on Spectrum News, and a lot of interesting quotes from a young man who is very smart, went to Yale, has a degree in economics, but at the same time, he's got this nasty side to him where he says, violence is necessary in the way that I play football.
Now you have that 3-headed monster at tight end. You have these wide receivers. We looked at how balanced this offensive attack was. It wasn't pretty. The offense stalled at times, but it just seems like when they want, Josh Allen can get this offense moving when they have to.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about it, that balance, the maturity, seeing Josh Allen be able to not pressure himself and not press the issue on making plays, but just understanding that he's got the players and the playmakers to do so. I mean, it's great to see. It's a comforting feeling, I would say. And speaking for Jackson Hawes, I mean, that's amazing that he's able to do so many things, but yet he's focused on being that supporter for the run game. And that's going to pay dividends later on, because if you can control the clock in the time of possession, you're going to be the team winning the game most of the time.
I think Herb Street at one point said, Tua's having an incredible game and hasn't turned the ball over, and I turned to you and said, that's the kiss of death right there.
You literally called it right when Herb Street said that. You looked at, hey, that's the kiss of death. That's it right there. And then what happened? The turnover happened. And I mean, like we were saying all season long, even from last year, like the team that wins the turnover battle wins the game more times than not. And the Buffalo Bills, as we see, they continue that undefeated streak at home, and it was because of that turnover and just being a better team.
Credit to Bernard. He told us, I think in his post-game press conference, that he saw that on film with his linebackers coach Al Holcomb, recognized that, got to the right spot. Tua didn't see him, and look, that's kind of sealed the deal.
31-21 Bills win. They are now 3-0. Kevin Carroll, Stevie Johnson, and Andy Young with you. Before we head out, Stevie, we do like to ask 13 what his thoughts were during the game. And here we go. We'll go through this quick, Stevie, because we're running out of time. Margot from Buffalo, what'd you think about that shovel pass to Hawes? Is that something in the moment, Stevie? or do you think they practiced that?
A big shout out to Lady Margot from Buffalo. And I think that was something that they practiced. We heard Jackson talk about it, and he said you always got to keep your head on the swivel with Josh Allen. So I think it was something they actually practiced, and I'm glad that they was able to connect on it.
All right, next tweet. Here we go. Do the Bills need additional wide receiver help? Watching this game and the previous two, I'm good. That from James Cox.
Hey, I like it. He's good. I'm good too. I feel like the team is well diverse when it comes to playmakers. Again, today it was 10 different receivers that got targets. I say receivers, but different playmakers. So I'm gonna say no, we don't need extra help. I'm good, just like you're good.
All right, final one, and then we'll get back to Andy and close this out. This is from Pat. What player on the current roster is closest to having that Stevie swag?
Hey, thanks, Pat. I appreciate that, but I'm not disrespecting none of the players. All the players on the team now have evolved levels of swag, but if I can name one, I'm going to say the Snowman. You already know.
Oh, yeah, you do. All right, 3 and out time. Ready to head on out, and I'm going to kick things off here and then throw it to Andy. We really thought that this was a game for the Bills to take pretty handily, and in fact, they did not. But it's a Thursday night game, and like we were talking about earlier, just get through this Thursday night game, then you get that extended break, and look what lies ahead up to the bye week. All teams you can and should beat. The Bills, Andy, in really good shape right now, 3 games into the season.
Yeah, 3-0, and Deion Dawkins really said it best. People expected the Bills to come in here and beat the Dolphins by 50. Well, the spread was 12.5. It wasn't quite that much, but it goes to show you in the NFL, like, there's good players on both teams, even as bad as the Dolphins have been this season. Stevie?
Yes, for me, my 3 and out, I'm going to say the defensive back play. Keep an eye on the defensive back play, because the next 5 to 6 games, maybe the rest of the season is going to be aerial attacks. So we're going to see what the DBs have to offer this next game against the New Orleans Saints. And I feel like they're going to be special after having, I would say, a B- game today. You know, I'm going to keep my eye out on the DBs.
New Orleans Saints up next, and back to 1 o'clock, which I'm fine with.
I'm good with it also.
Every now and then. I get why. All right, for Andy Young and Stevie Johnson, I'm Kevin Carroll. As always, thanks for joining us, everyone.
Buffalo Endzone, presented by Toyota.